Could I run going to A&E? You could have going to A&E.
They said where the stretcher go? Where the security when it there, so?
Whenever they are anytime, I would say I lie to my killer. Yourself. What can go for in a night jam? Nobody not take break tonight again. Nobody know.
Mr. Nish, come here.
Look at yo.
I know
Pushing now.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The video that you just saw, edited version, is of a vehicle that drove into the Black River Hospital accident and emergency area. Close or within the proximity of the accident and emergency. Now, people, I don't know if that person had an accident, was injured, and decided that urgency, we need to go to the emergency. What I do know is that when you reach the emergency and accident units, there was an accident and an urgent scramble for people to get out of the way. Now, people, we should not be surprised based on all the maniacs that are on the road that we should see anything and everything, expect the unexpected in a Jamaica. We should expect to see just about any combination of buffoonery that is possible under Master God's earth. Such is the case in this case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called Every Day That the Bucket Goes the Well, One Day the Bottom I Got Drop Out. Remix, Long Run, Short Catch. A couple of days ago in a Montego Bay, Barnett Street to be specific, at Andy's supermarket, there was a daring daylight robbery, well about 5 p.m. evening robbery. During that robbery, a man that is a police that has been on suspension, I think, since 2018. His name is Gary Hamilton. He was 36 at the time he met his demise. Based on the information, it is said that a group of men, including the main suspect, Christopher Hunt, known as Alkaline, in the street, went into the supermarket, stick it up, everybody get flat, nobody move, nobody gets hurt. It seems as if Mr. Hamilton did not get the notice. Mr. Hamilton tried to foil the robbery. It was an epic failure. It was an exercise in futility. During that attempt to foil the robbery, he was cornered up. He lost his will to survive. He died while receiving treatment at the hospital. Pretty much he was DEAD on arrival, DEAD on the spot, actually. Now when this happened, based on the information, it is said that the suspect got at least $3 million in cash and took away themselves. It seems as if the CCTV camera captured the pictures and images of the suspect. And the suspect is a man that has been creating animosity, rampage over the Montego Bay area all over the town. It is said that he was the main suspect. The people, meaning the popo, want him more than the flowers needed the rain. Based on the information, it is said that he was caught a day or two later in a Spanish town. So the incident occurred in a Montego Bay. Fast forward a day or two later, he was on the police dragnet and he got dragged in, he got caught. Now the question we have to ask is this. Somebody like this do that to a police. Somebody like this that have a multiple case. Somebody like this that has just been released. Don't know if the judge gave him some sort of day pass, sympathy party pass, whatever the circumstances are, I don't know. How is it that he actually survived? It seems as if the police, them are throw all sorts of sympathy party because somebody like that more than likely should have lost his life in a hail of you know what. Hail send people go to jail. Hail should have sent this man to the afterlife. The moral of the story is this. Like the Kenny Rogers song say, you have to know when to walk away, know when to run. The song is called The Gambler. This officer, Mr. Hamilton, gambled with his life and he lost fatally. Is it karma for some of the ish that Mr. Hamilton had done? Whatever the cases or circumstances are, there are too many criminal elements. Condolences to the family of the officer, former officer that lost his life. Sad state of affair, only in a jam rock, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called Long Run Short Catch meets Karma. Let's call it the remix. On or about 11th of June 2025, less than a week or so ago, a man known as the notorious leader of the 440 gang, the leader. However, it seems as if some would consider him to be a bomb leader, pretty much a hazard, pretty much a pestilence in a society, bring nothing to the table, don't govern anything other than Fuckry. I am speaking about Mark Hamilton, known as Mark II. On or about 11th of June, like I said, he was at his house when he was pounced upon by a couple of men. Them eat him food. However, the main suspect, the trigger man, is a youth that was just 19-year-old, government named Rashid Shepard, known as Jeremy in the street. Germs, you can call him. So him eat Mark II food, take for himself, sped off like a Mark X. However, like I said, the remix of Long Run Short Catch, a few days later, less than a week later, he was held at about 6:30 in a Islington, which happens to be St. Mary, in our housing project. Based on the police intelligence, they said that they were tracking him from day one. That means more than likely, persons saw who was the trigger man for Mark II, even though Mark II was marked for death and people did not really like him, want to see him mark, cross out, X out of life, sent to the afterlife. He was not really like in the community, a bully them call it. So the police seems as if they were tracking Juvenile, meaning Rashid's phone, Jeremy's phone, and they trailed him, and that trail led to Islington, which is in St. Mary, and they captured him maybe about 6:30 in the evening. So people, the moral of the story is this. You live as a criminal, you die as a criminal. It is called karma. Mr. Mark X lived, I would not say a long life of criminality, and it came back and haunt him. As a matter of fact, he was not taken out by the ops. It is said that he was taken out by friendly fire. Coup d'etat, them a try overthrow him for being a bum. Him now bring nothing to the table, only him too long and him get short-handed, meaning them shorten him life. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called Dead Man Walking. They were freed, only to be freed of their life in the near future. A month or so ago, an officer known as Kamal Main, he was taken out close to his house in an old harbour. He was in his vehicle when he was pounced upon by a group of men. It is said that they took away his life and took away his police-issued firearm. When that incident took place, the police came out and they made a plea and they called a couple of names. And they told these individuals, listen, if your name upon the list, please to turn in yourself to the police ASAP, or else the life that you have will belong to you no more. We will take you out for sure. One of those two individuals is known as Josie. The next one is known as Bala Jesus or Rasta. Government name, Duchesne Smith, Giovanni Wilson. Them tell them turn in themselves, and they did. A day or two later, the police went on a mission to seek those persons. One of the persons that was a suspect, he was taken out in a call, you know what? The family members were saying that he's an innocent youth. Indicom was investigating, don't know what is the outcome of that. We also saw in one of those many videos that we've seen lately of family members saying that their name was called up in the takeaway of Kamal Main, that police officer in our old Harbour, and the police are stressed them. The police are come by the house all the time, and the police are tell the family member that, listen, we want you like the flowers need the rain. So therefore, that man went into the police station with his lawyer, with his pastor, with him granny, with everybody, hoping that they did not withdraw his life, meaning the police. So Josie and Bala Jesus, OC, Rasta gave in themselves. However, they did an identification parade, and it seems as if the persons could not identify them. Now, people, these two individuals have distinctive looks. So therefore, you could not confuse them. You're going to notice them even if them wrap up like mummy, even if them haven't had and ski mask and everything. But it seems as if the witness decides, say, me nah risk my life. Me nah make them money come back for me, because we see how these people are doing. Whenever you go on any sorts of witness list, these people are trying their endeavor best to take you out. And worse, we can't trust the police either. The police are the ones that are giving these people information. So anyway, the point that I am trying to make is that Duchesne Smith and Giovanni Wilson lawyered up, went to court, and the court released them because of lack of evidence, lack of identification properly. So people, remember I told you, the moral of this story is people that are walking, DEAD, freed to be freed of their life. Sooner or later, Bala Jesus, whose name is been calling up, and Josie, whose name has been calling up specifically on Mr. Main's takeaway, you know that they are going to be the main priority for the police to put 6'6", point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the good that you do, it follows you. The bad that you do, it haunts you. If you cheat upon a wrong woman or man that have psycho tendency, you could get FUCK in the aftermath. Such is the case of a Jamaican man, 52-year-old Ron Malcolm, and his wife, Denise Nicola Malcolm, last name Malcolm. On or about August of 2024, that lady blazed up her husband a couple of times in the shoulder, and then when the police came after one of his twin sons had called the police and the police was outside. The wife and mother told the child, "Go outside to the police, I have unfinished business with this no good man." While the police was outside, asking her, pleading with her, "Come outside, put your hands in the ear, wave them like you just don't care. Don't let us have to come inside with the SWAT team." She then decided this is the opportune time to do this. Go out, mean take that man out with a bang. That was when she then put the last shebang in the man right in the head, in the cranium. After she had called him up, he was injured and begging for his life. "Please, no, 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 don't take me away. I am sorry for ABUSINGU and cheating, jumping all over all type of woman all over these years." She was not having it. She knew that that was the last straw. She then put the toll to his cranium and then take him out and then went outside to the police peacefully, right in the presence of her two twin son, or the one twin son, twins, two people, I mean. Now, people, based on information, it is said that this man was a cheating ass Jamaican, like most women say most Jamaican men are. He has been doing it for years. If you look in her face, you can see the stress, you can see the trauma. You could see that she was fed up. And she decided that the last straw was when, on a holiday weekend, when family and friends were supposed to come together, this man decides that he does not want to spend time with his family and their friends. He wants to go to Matey house. So he was telling the wife that he is not going to be there. He might go play a domino with the boys. It was a domino effect of death for him. Wrong thing that he said. She decided that that was the last straw, and she decided that she was going to pull his straw and leave him ASS out. Now, people, a lot of persons in the comment section I say, yes, she's like a hero, a folk hero for all the women that have been cheated on before, especially those that bring up Jamaican man. Don't know the circumstance if she filed for him and bring him up there, give him green card, give him citizenship, give him a couple of picnic, and then him just violate and keep her violate. So therefore, that was a straw that actually, literally, fatally broke the camel's back. She decided that that was it, and she decided that she was going to take him out for violating her, violating the family, violating her white picket fence and American dream. So she gave him the American nightmare, psycho style. The moral of the story is this, for all of you cheating ASS men and women out there. Be very careful who you cheat on, because sometimes that cheating will cause you to get FUCK fatally. Such is the case in this case. And men out there, women out there, be faithful, be loyal to your partner. But if you can't keep your palms in your dress or your cocky in your boxer, and you feel like say you have to go cheat, if you can't be good, be very careful, or else you might have somebody that care for you picking them and not care if you're dead. The sad thing is that two kids, twins, will have to pick up the pieces. Family members, loved ones, co-workers are now dealing with this trauma. Wife sentenced to 21 year day for day in the big yard, and the next one sentenced a life of eternity in the graveyard. And the only reason why the wife was only given 21, and I say only, because cases like those, cold-blooded murder, usually you get life some 50, 90, or 100 years. However, the fact that this lady is saying that that husband was ABUSIVE pretty much mess up her American dream and picket fence, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.